Hi, my name is Sylvie. I am a certified 500-hour yoga instructor and I specialize in helping you get flexible. I particularly enjoy helping women over 40 because I myself became flexible after 40 and I know what it takes. Today we're going to work on your hip flexibility. As usual, we're going to be holding each stretch for 2 minutes and we're going to be using a sofa. It's a bit different than most of my other routines because I saw a short video and I was actually using a sofa to get deeper into the stretches and I thought it was such a great idea, and I've been trying it myself lately every evening when I stretch, so I thought it was really effective and I wanted to create a routine for you to try. We're going to get started with the inner hips. So you're going to be close to your sofa. You probably will need a pillow for your knee. It can get a little bit uncomfortable in the knee. So you can use a pillow. And then here I'm starting with my left leg on the sofa. You can bring your leg up. And it's really easy to adjust. That's the good thing too with using the sofa. You can decide how high you stay fairly easily. Here it's very comfortable for me. I need to go deeper. So I'm gonna sink in, and you could get really, really low if that's what you need to do. I'm gonna start my timer. And you can keep your toes, that bent leg behind you. I don't know, I like to kind of bring my toes under my butt because I stick my butt out to intensify the stretch, and then I really feel it in my inner hip right here. So you can do that, but you can also bring your toes out, kind of like a half frog pose. So just maybe experiment with that and see what works best for you. A couple of things you can do when you're stretching is to move in and out of the discomfort. So I tend to sink lower and then release it. And you can also activate your leg that you're stretching. By activating, I mean like press it on the couch. Use your muscle strength. Activate that leg. Bring your legs towards one another. Your knee is moving towards your foot in a sense. So you can activate both legs and then release it. Towards the end of that 2 minutes, it starts feeling really uncomfortable, which is a good sign. You gotta stretch your limits, and that's how you're going to get more flexible. All right, so now I'm gonna do the other leg. I didn't want to have my back facing you. I don't know if I can do that though. Well, I guess I can just go like this. Actually, that's good. It gives you another angle to see. Maybe you can see how I kind of move my butt back in the stretch as I sink in deeper. And then you can release it, get a bit higher, and then back down. I've said that before in my routines. I really recommend that you do something else when you stretch. It would get pretty boring to listen to me because I don't say much. I am mostly showing you the stretches and timing them for you. So, like, watch your favorite show, listen to your favorite podcast or an audiobook. It helps make your stretching routines a lot more interesting. Next, we're gonna get into your pancake. So this one doesn't use the couch, obviously, but we'll get back to using the couch for our next stretch. I just really like the pancake to stretch the hips. It's really effective, and I do feel like I need to stretch my pancake more often. I'm kind of losing it. I stopped. I used to go a lot deeper. Again, you want to activate your legs. So I'm pressing my heels on the mat. And also stick your butt back, lift your chest, and then you can lean forward. So instead of thinking depth and then collapsing in the stretch, you can think length and activation. Well, obviously, you're not activating your legs for the whole 2 minutes. That might get a little bit much, but activate them and then release them like we did before. Next, you're gonna use the sofa to stretch kind of like in a splits position, but not really in the splits. You're going to open as much as you can, but you don't have, you could just stretch here if that's enough for you. But I'm going to get a bit deeper and I need a pillow under my back knee. Actually, I'm going to pause this because I want to get closer to the end of the couch. I'm going to be supporting myself. All right. If you can't do that, if you don't have a L-shaped sofa like I do, you could use blocks to support yourself. You could have a chair, a table, anything that helps you. You might be wondering, I said we're stretching the hips today, so why are we doing the hamstring? Well, you'll find that this stretch, you'll probably feel it in the hip flexor as well. And, hip flexibility is really not just about hip flexibility. If you want to be able to do the side splits and the pancake, all those hip flexibility pauses, you need to be flexible in the hamstring and the hip flexor as well. So again, I'm activating my legs towards one another and then releasing. Switch leg. I don't know if you're noticing that I'm keeping my chest up. I try to really lift my chest because if you bend here, well, I mean, that changes the stretch. You could do that actually. I'm realizing it seems to get deeper in the hamstrings here, but I would prefer, I need more hip flexor flexibility. So I'm going to keep my chest high. Whew. Okay, well now let's get again in the inner hips. And to do that, it's going to be a variation on the lizard stretch. And you're welcome to do a simple lizard if you want. But I'm going to bring my right leg in front and then kind of like a warrior pose. If you look at my feet, it's kind of like the warrior pose. But then I'm going to place my hands inside of my right foot and then sink as deep as I can into this stretch. I really like that one. But as I said, you can place your knee down in the lizard stretch if you want to do that. And then here also I'm pressing my butt back, lengthening my spine, sealing my chest, moving forward. It's like I'm leading with my chest in the front and my butt in the back. You feel the opposing energies. Same thing on the other leg. So left leg in front. For our last stretch, I'm going to have an optional pancake. You could always also use an optional side split stretch. I might do that sometimes when I follow this routine, but right now, let's just do pancake. You'll probably find that the second pancake is a lot easier. And so that's why you stretch. The more you practice, the easier it gets, not only from time to time, but even throughout the same routine. How about we switch from one to the other for a change? You're welcome to do that too. Some side body. Switch side. All right, you can be done for today, but you know what? I changed my mind. I'm actually going to do the side split stretch to at least show you what it looks like, how you can do it, and you can decide to do it sometimes. Try it. So I need support when I stretch my side splits. That's why I'm using blocks. Obviously, if you're near your sofa, you can also use your sofa. but I would not be facing you if I did that. Here you go. And then when you stretch in your side splits, you can keep your toes on the mat or turn them up. And you want to make sure again that you're sticking your butt out, lifting your chest. And I kind of just bend my elbows to get lower. You could also flip your blocks and use a lower setting. Two minutes might feel really long in the side split stretch. You can always just do 1 minute. Or like get higher, right? You don't have to stay as low as you can either. You want to move in the stretch. You can move higher and then get back lower, like we did before. Here you go. I hope you enjoyed this stretch, and I think that's going to be the routine that I use most evenings. So let me know what you thought about it, if it's too hard, too easy. What do you think about the using the sofa for your stretches? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for stretching with me.